What if the secret to staying rich has almost nothing to do with earning more and everything to do with what you refuse to buy? Picture a retired couple in a 5-room HDB flat somewhere in Bishan. Their neighbors assume they're comfortable, maybe even a little tight on cash. New car outside? No. Renovated kitchen? No. Branded bags, overseas trips every quarter? Also no. And yet, quietly, this couple is worth more than most of the professionals living around them. Nobody sees it because wealth that lasts doesn't look like wealth. It looks almost boring. That's the part nobody tells you about staying rich in Singapore. It's not about the big salary years. It's about what you stop doing once you have money. The purchases you quietly walk away from one by one until your bank account stops leaking and starts growing on its own. Most of us grow up believing wealth is built by buying the right things, the right condo, the right car, the right watch that tells people you've made it. But talk to actual wealthy retirees here, the ones who are still comfortable 10, 20 years after they stopped working, and you'll notice something strange. They talk more about what they don't buy than what they do. So here are 7 things wealthy retirees in Singapore stop buying and why letting go of these is what keeps the money working for them instead of the other way around. Number 1, they stop buying a new car every 5 years. This one surprises people, right? Because in Singapore, a car is practically a status symbol. The COE alone tells everyone how much you're willing to burn just to own one. But here's the thing wealthy retirees figured out early. A car isn't an investment. It's a machine that starts losing value the moment you drive it out of the showroom. Renew the COE, upgrade the model, repeat. And over 20 years, that habit alone can quietly cost more than an HDB flat. So they keep the car longer. Some take the MRT instead. Not because they can't afford a new one, because they've done the maths, and the math says no. Number 2, they stop buying bigger homes than they need. There's a certain age where people start downsizing instead of upsizing, and it's not decline, it's discipline. A 5-room flat with 2 adult children who've moved out is a lot of space to heat, clean, insure, and pay property tax on. Wealthy retirees ask a simple question: does this space still serve me, or am I just maintaining it out of habit? Many move to something smaller, unlock the difference in cash, and let that money sit somewhere it can actually grow, instead of sitting empty in a spare bedroom. Number 3, they stop buying speculative investments that promise fast returns. Every few years, something new shows up: crypto, forex signals, some hot stock tip from a cousin's colleague. And here's where it gets interesting. Wealthy retirees are usually the ones least tempted by it, not because they don't understand it, because they understand something else better: the difference between growing wealth and gambling with it. They've already been through a market crash or two. They know what panic feels like. So instead of chasing the next big win, they stick with boring, diversified investments: ETFs, REITs, blue chip dividends, the kind of thing that won't make headlines but also won't wipe out 30 years of saving in one bad month. Number 4, they stop buying insurance they actually need. This one's quiet, but it adds up. In their working years, many Singaporeans get sold layer after layer of insurance: investment-linked policies, riders on riders, coverage for scenarios that barely apply anymore. Once retirees actually sit down and audit what they're paying for, they often find they're covering risks that no longer exist. Kids are grown, mortgage is paid off, so they trim it back to what actually protects them: health coverage, basic life insurance, and stop paying premiums for peace of mind they don't need anymore. Number 5, they stop buying things to prove something. Here's where it gets a bit personal. Somewhere in their 40s or 50s, a lot of wealthy retirees say the same thing. They simply stopped caring what the neighbors thought. The branded bag, the newest phone every year, the omakase dinner just to post about it. That entire economy of spending to look successful just falls away. Not out of frugality, out of confidence. When you already know you're financially secure, you stop needing other people to know it too. Number 6, they stop buying convenience they don't think about. Small one, but it's sneaky. Food delivery 3 times a week, subscriptions they forgot they signed up for, Grab instead of the MRT even for a 10-minute ride. None of this feels expensive in the moment. That's exactly the problem. Wealthy retirees tend to notice these leaks and plug them, not because $5 matters, but because the habit of noticing is what protects the bigger decisions too. And number 7, maybe the most surprising one, they stop buying certainty. This sounds backwards, doesn't it? But hear me out. A lot of Singaporeans, especially after CPF and years of saving, become obsessed with guaranteed returns, fixed deposits, endowment plans, anything that promises safety. And wealthy retirees eventually realize something uncomfortable. Too much safety is its own risk. Inflation quietly eats away at money sitting in guaranteed low-return products. So instead of paying extra for certainty, they accept a bit of controlled uncertainty, a diversified portfolio that grows faster than inflation, even if it moves up and down along the way. Now, here's where most people misunderstand all of this. They think staying rich is about restriction, about saying no to life, living small, counting every dollar. But that's only half the picture. What's actually happening is a shift in identity. These retirees haven't stopped enjoying their money, they've just stopped confusing spending with security. They still travel, they still treat their grandchildren, they still enjoy their kopi at the hawker center on a slow Tuesday morning. What they've cut isn't joy, it's noise. And that's really the lesson hiding inside all 7 of these habits. Wealth doesn't stay because you protect it aggressively. It stays because you stop feeding the things that quietly drain it. The car upgrades, the oversized flat, the anxious investing, the unnecessary insurance, the status purchases, the invisible subscriptions, the overpriced sense of safety. The number on your CPF statement or your bank balance today doesn't decide whether you'll be comfortable at 65. Your habits do. And the good news is you don't need to be retired or even close to it to start building them. Because the real secret was never about earning your way to wealth. It was learning early what to stop buying.